5:52. This is LaRon Brown here again in week 8 for my video response. Unit 8 is on historical trends impacting our vocation. And To choose one historical fact, historical time frame, location, I think I would just more so relate with Greece because of their emphasis on training the mind and the body. I think it's essential to be creating, let's say, the ultimate athlete or getting the best out of an athlete. And it's one thing that I incorporate in my coaching style, in my philosophies is train the mind, train the body. And I'm in track and field. Track and field, 90% is mental, 10% is physical. So you really have to be headstrong. And I can just appreciate how the Greeks train their mind, train their mentalities on how to, uh, be better athletes or condition their bodies to learn various traits of training methods and stuff like that. Like I said, the Sumerians, they believed in that the universe was created by powerful and immortal gods. I think that's a lot to say. To some extent, I find some truth in it. I'm a strong believer in God, um, but I think I would just more so float towards the Greeks. I can also appreciate the Chinese because they were swift runners. They were great hunters, and they use martial arts as a form of physical education. There are different arts and stuff like that they can incorporate in their own system. But and then I like how they relate that to life. Becoming one with oneself and spiritually and tapping into their inner self. I can really appreciate that as well. Select one topic related to history and philosophy of physical education, Olympics, politics, and sports. Title IX, physical education. Title IX was huge. Title IX was a deal breaker, and it just gave opportunities to women in sport to express themselves through athletics. I think it's great. It's not on the same scale as men's sports to this day, but it's definitely evolving. It's not as much a show, but in certain sports, I think gymnastics is awesome. I've been watching gymnastics since I was young, but it's one of those premier sports for women where they can really market themselves as female athletes and whatnot. Um, and it's a great way for athletic programs to get money. Um, Winning programs, baseball teams, football teams, basketball teams, those programs win championships, and then the money that they win throughout their conference or whatever is split around them amongst the programs within that or under that organization or conference or whatever under that conference. So I think that's a great benefit. That benefits everyone in the long run, especially women. And based on your knowledge of history and current social trends, I think the next big thing is going to be college athletes getting paid. I was talking about this with a former coach of mine, and people don't realize that conferences and schools they can't afford those salaries. You think that all these schools are making millions of dollars, but in order to pay every athlete in every conference and in every sport, they wouldn't be able to. It wouldn't be sufficient. It would be nice. Some people would say, well, that's what athletic scholarship is for. We're paying for your education so we could use you as an athlete. And so, in that aspect, it makes sense. Jersey sales and marketing and stuff like that, and branding. That's where athletes are coming in and say, hey, well, I not only did I win you a super or a championship, a conference title, or a national title, my jersey sold X amount of dollars, and I should get a portion of that. And that's pretty much where the argument comes into play. And that's where it gets tricky. The world of sports is that's where the politics come in as well. Um, do we pay these athletes? How much do we pay them? And stuff like that. So it's a tough question. It's a tough topic, but it's becoming more prevalent, and athletes are starting to speak up. Programs, the word is out. Like college athletes want to get paid, and so yeah, that's my take on it. That's my response for Unit 8. Merry Christmas. See you soon.